JD. We're back once again with Phil Smith, this time 7 laps here in the Porsche GT3 RS. We were already out in the Mercedes. As I mentioned, a lot of the same general procedures, meaning the mirrors are still set for me, passing on track remains the same, paddles are exactly the same in this car too. However, we have naturally aspirated engines, so we're more along the lines of still using 3rd, 4th, and 5th, but we use a little bit more 3rd gear, just because we don't get so much torque from the twin turbos. So we rev this car up a little bit higher.
This is naturally aspirated.
Naturally
you mean
aspirated.
In comparison to the twin turbos?
In comparison to the twin turbos of the Mercedes, yes, exactly.
Check.
Yeah, so with this being naturally aspirated, we rev it up a little bit higher. We can use more of the top end of 3rd gear.
Check.
Yep. Still has rear wheel steer, still has some pretty wide platform tires, so it's still pretty responsive. Slightly lighter of a car, slightly lighter platform, so it's still very responsive. Visibility out's a little bit better. You don't have such a long nose, all that good stuff, so the balance on the car is actually a little bit better. Not quite as stiff. The Mercedes feels very, very stiff, but this car is definitely still very good handling car. It's just going to feel a little bit smoother on track.
Okay.
Other than that, we were looking pretty good. We're just going to, like you mentioned, work on a couple things with our lines. Just focus on keeping your vision a little bit further ahead. Might be going a little bit quicker this time through, but we'll certainly get you going.
Beautiful.
All right. Left on the wheel, 1 full turn, straighten us out. Right there's good. Down on the brake, and then we'll go back into first. All good. We'll head forward and then out to the left. And then we'll be next to the blue. You get on the drift car, he's not coming. And then you're clear over here. You can roll out onto the racetrack. All set, just to the right of it. And we'll upshift, good. So remember, you want to be about mid-track, but just to the left of mid-track. So right here is perfect, and then you can turn in towards your apex. That's about what you want to do. All the way out wide, keeping left. Upshift. At the orange, we'll brake and downshift. You can ease off that brake pressure, full release down to apex. Then you can squeeze back on throttle, utilize all the racetrack, keeping left. Here we'll brake and downshift, back into 3rd, very good. Release off your brakes. Through the blind section, just cresting over, all the way over first, then turn in. There you go. Unwind down the hill and work your way back over. Eyes up and across. We're going to rotate tighty to your apex, and then you can squeeze back on throttle. Just going to lift to turn in and then straight line through, nice and wide. There you go, that's perfect. And then tight to your apex. Go ahead and squeeze back on throttle, nice and wide. That line's good. We'll keep that consistent. Hard, downshift, smooth release off, full off the brake pressure here. Then squeeze back on throttle, build back up to full. You're good, stay on it. Downshift, go ahead and ease off your brake pressure. Car's gonna hold, you're fine. Mid-track, back over. You can use a little bit more of the entry, more track on the right-hand side of the racetrack there. All good, keep squeezing throttle. Bit of brake, nice and easy off your brake pressure. Keep turning in. And then rolling back on throttle, back over to the right. We're gonna lift, then a little throttle through. Setting yourself up wide, that looks good. Tight to your apex, vision up, pick those eyes up, squeeze back up to full. One more. Hard brake, downshift, nice and wide on entry, release off your brake. Carry that momentum, keep your eyes up, squeeze back up to full. You're good, use all the racetrack, go about a car length in. Brake firm and downshift, rotate in, release your brake pressure. Remember, you can get a little bit wider to the right-hand side of the racetrack, and that'll help you carry a little bit more momentum through here. There you go. Squeeze on, throttle down. A little more if you wish. And then on the brake here. Very good. Tight to your apex, and then you can squeeze on, throttle out wide. Get a lift. Bit of throttle through. Nice and wide, and then tight to your apex. Good line. Little maintenance throttle, then out wide squeeze. Go. Very good. Burn. Back down a gear. Start to ease off brakes. You're good. Car's gonna hold. Keep it moving. There you go. Squeeze on, throttle up top. Full. You're good. Stay on it. Car lengthen. Firm brake. Downshift. Ease off brake pressure. Full release. Perfect. Mid-track, back over to the right. Perfect. Then rotate in. Little maintenance throttle. Down the hill, squeeze. Little more, little more. Nice and wide on entry, but then rotate in. Good entry speed. Little maintenance throttle, then squeeze. Good line. Lift slightly, and then pick up a little throttle. Yeah, so you want to lift before you turn in, and then you can squeeze on throttle. You don't want to keep throttle all the way through. Back up to full. Firm, downshift. Looking really consistent through turn one. It's looking good. Keep it up. Back up to full here. Build on speed. Keep breathing. Keep it smooth. Looking good. Car lengthen. Firm. Back down. Ease off that brake pressure. Grab that downshift. There you go. Remember, just back to the right. Use the racetrack on entry. And then there's more track to use down the hill, and you can use more throttle with that. There you go. Braking. Ease off. Full release. You're fine. Car's going to hold. Just use all the track out wide. Now back to the right. You want to lift a little here and then squeeze a little throttle. There you go. Bit of brake, and then releasing tight to your apex, and then you can go ahead and squeeze on throttle. Go full. Down. Spotting your apex, keeping those eyes up, looking ahead of the car. Back on throttle, squeeze up to full. Very good. Remember, car length in here. And then brake and downshift. Ease off brake pressure, full release. Little bit of throttle. Then rotate in. You can still use more track out. Down the hill, there's more racetrack. There you go, more throttle. Now braking, eyes up and across. Get the car rotated towards it. Little throttle, then squeeze. Little more, keep on it. Back over to the right. We're gonna lift, then squeeze throttle. There you go, nice and wide. Release your brake. Little maintenance throttle. Now hold speed, squeeze throttle. Go, full. Looking well. Down. Good. Release off your brake. Full release here. Little maintenance throttle. Squeeze throttle to full. Go. Car length in. Hard brake. Downshift. Release your brake. Good. Crest over first, then in, little bit of throttle, down the hill like last lap, squeeze. Alrighty, that was our 7 laps, so we're gonna go ahead and pull back in, just through the blue, and we'll follow this in. All good. Tight left. What do we think? How was it?
That was
You like
a
this
lot
car?
of fun. That was a lot of fun. I like this car.
Straight in. So, recommendation was
Yes,
good?
solid.
Alright, perfect.
I am one to the right of the... Oh, in between the two Porsches over there, the Grand
More or
Porsche.
less, yeah, just to the right of that yellow Corvette.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a pretty sweet car. Yeah, it's
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
It's another one of our newer cars. We've had the RS in our fleet for a while, but this specific RS is fairly new.
Nice.
I think it's only got like 2,000 miles or something on it.
Yeah.
So fairly new car, but right there is perfect. Like I said,
Beautiful.
handles great. It's a great track car. So, like I said, your line's looking fairly consistent through one. Just working a little bit more on like track limits, you know, using up a little bit more of the racetrack. But towards the end, like your last couple laps, you were certainly using up more of the track. Like coming out of 4 over the hill, you were using more track down the hill.
That takes me where I get skittish is on the
crest,
the crest on the weight transfer over.
Yeah. And it's understandable. I mean, you can't really see over it. The car kind of gets a little light. As you're cresting it too, so there's like a combination of things kind of working against you there. But like you said, towards the end, you were certainly getting more comfortable with it. So keep running the line that you're running. It's going to work well with the Performante that you're driving next.
Okay. Are you driving that? Are you my instructor for that, or do I have a different guy?
Might have somebody different in that. Yeah, they just kind of move us around depending.
Gotcha.
But no worries. But it's a little tighter in the Performante.
Okay.
Visibility out isn't the best, but other than that, like I said, you're driving smooth, your line looks good. Through one, you know, as long as you're using, you know, that half a car length, you know, to the left of mid-track, it's perfect. You're carrying good speed through one, and then you're getting onto the straightaway pretty solid. So, no complaints, looking good.
Beautiful.
Questions? We're good?
Yep, awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'll go ahead and get you back a video here. We'll get you rolling.